This is Marissa Franklin, and I'm doing my third Teach Me Something over the reproductive cycle of a retrovirus. And the first thing that I kind of wanted to go over was this central dogma, which is the process of DNA becoming a protein and going through the phases. DNA being transcribed into RNA, and then RNA being translated into protein. And so that's what the central dogma is. And so when it comes to like a retrovirus, it's the opposite of that. So it's like reverse transcription. And essentially what that is whenever you can take, instead of like the central dogma takes the DNA template and then it is transcribed into RNA, but in reverse transcription you take an RNA template and you get DNA. And so that's essentially what's going on here. Now, to start off, we have a capsid here, and inside this capsid is two RNA, sorry, I lost my train of thought. Two RNA genomes, I guess, and they're attached to reverse transcriptase, and it's all inside of this capsid, and this right here is like a protein. So what happens is this capsid binds with the plasma membrane, and when it binds to the plasma membrane, it'll release its contents, which is the reverse transcriptase and the RNA genome. And so essentially what it does is it creates one strand of RNA, and then from that RNA it creates another one, and these will essentially like bind together and create like a double helix strand. And then so right here it's going to integrate into the nucleus as a double helix, and then it's going to bind with this chromosomal DNA right here, and once it binds with the chromosomal DNA, it's called what's a provirus, or the provirus. And so it just replicates, and as it replicates, it's taking these RNA strands and duplicating them, and it's becoming part of the DNA, and it's like infection basically. And so now this is going to leave the nucleus, and it's viral RNA now, so it's not just the chromosomal DNA, now it has the virus in it. And so what happens from here is the viral DNA will develop into like proteins, and then it can leave the cell, and then once it leaves the cell, it kind of migrates out over here. It is now what is called like a virus particle, I guess. And so now this little particle can go and do the same thing to another cell. And eventually this cell, if we're talking about HIV or AIDS, well, HIV leads to AIDS, but if we're talking about HIV, then this cell would probably die. And so this little particle right here, this viral particle, now can go on to another cell and do it all over again. And so that's kind of just like the process of a retrovirus, being able to take RNA and make it into DNA instead of, you know, what we're talking about, the central dogma, and how DNA templates can go to RNA. So that's the reproductive cycle of a retrovirus.